This is 7 National News, and in our top story, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, has expressed his sincere condolences for the victims who died in an accident at the Grand Mosque in Mecca over the weekend. According to news agency WAM, the Crown Prince conveyed his condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, in a telephone conversation, who then thanked the Crown Prince for his concern. It was reported that a construction crane crashed through the roof of the Grand Mosque in Mecca, killing around 107 people and injuring 238 others due to a storm. The National Election Committee held its 13th meeting on Saturday in order to review the final preparations for early voting at UAE embassies and diplomatic missions. In the presence of His Excellency Dr. Anwar Mohammed Gargash, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, the Minister of State for FNC Affairs, and who is also the chairman of the NEC. The NEC had earlier announced the approval of the polling stations in the UAE and abroad for the Federal National Council elections on the 3rd of October this year. The list includes 94 stations in UAE diplomatic missions, including embassies and consulates. Speaking on the occasion, His Excellency Dr. Gargash pointed out that the process of voting from abroad is a new experience for the country. He said that polling stations abroad will receive voters on specified election days from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. as per the local time of respective countries. He added that all of the centres are ready to receive voters on the days approved for the early vote. He also pointed out that the NEC will set up an operations room in the UAE in order to communicate with embassies for support and advice. In order to improve the level of healthcare services in the country, the Ministry of Health's hospital sector has launched the Hospitals and Health Clinics Assessment Programme. The new initiative will assess the performance of all hospitals and health clinics operating under the umbrella of the ministry. It will evaluate the progress and improvement of services according to a uniform evaluation process based on a number of indicators, including wait time, the level of customer satisfaction, the rate of inpatient stays, as well as the success rate of operations. The programme will also boast a database that will save the evaluation results. A pilot phase will be rolled out in the 4th quarter of the year and will officially be launched in all hospitals and health clinics affiliated to the ministry at the beginning of 2016. Dr. Yusuf Mohammed Al-Sarkal, the Assistant Undersecretary for the Hospital Sector, stated that the public will be informed of the results of the ministry's assessment, which will contribute in raising the level of patient and customer satisfaction and also increase their trust and confidence in the UAE's healthcare sector. The Sharjah Police Operation Room receives on average around 1,200 complaints per day and also recorded a total of 280,312 criminal complaints during the first half of the year, according to officials. It was also revealed that the operation room is attended by 4 officers who speak Arabic, English, Hindi and Urdu, who then forward complaints to various departments or otherwise dispatch the nearest patrol in the case of an emergency. They also received 181,370 complaints regarding traffic accidents during the first half of the year in various parts of the Emirate, as well as 37,688 non-emergency complaints. It was also revealed that around 40 closed-circuit televisions have been installed across the city as a part of a project under the title of Sharjah is a Safe City, in order to help police and other security forces keep an eye on the public to enhance security services. After a long wait of more than 2 decades, Pakistani residents finally have a community space of their own, with the launch of a 7.5 million dirham auditorium hall at the Pakistan Association Dubai. The new hall was officially inaugurated by His Excellency Asif Durrani, who is the Pakistani ambassador to the UAE, along with other dignitaries and community members. Located within the premises of the association over in BurJuman, the auditorium has been fully funded by association members and is expected to host a number of national and private events. It's also been a long journey for the Pakistan Auditorium, which has been in the planning phase since 1992. Earlier, the association had hosted their events such as Independence Day celebrations at the Pakistan Education Academy. The new multi-purpose hall has a seating capacity of over 650 people and is expected to host cultural events, art exhibitions and even weddings. As per their future plans, the association is also looking to build a low-cost medical centre as well as a restaurant serving Pakistani cuisine. Speaking during the launch ceremony, officials stated that the new venue, which will complement their other sporting attractions, is expected to bring the community together.
When you have such centres, such facilities, it brings the community together. So they can organize their functions, social events. So definitely, as elsewhere among other communities, we see they have got auditoriums, they have got other functions. So they organize those functions. So this is a big facility, definitely.
Association is run by the community. All the funds are generated by the community. It's not funded by any government. So the community has to obviously get together for any future projects. They have to raise funds within themselves. But once you have the trust and transparency, it's not difficult to have not one project, many of its kind. If you look at any club, you need to have certain components in a club. And one component is obviously a place where people can get together, socialize. You need to have indoor games facilities, outdoor games facilities. You need to have a dining area. And this is what we plan and vision, that we should have all the components of any club. On top of that, we are looking at a medical center, which is one of its kind, unique from any other community, which will provide non-for-profit, low-cost health facilities for the people who can't afford anywhere else. So this is our dream, and inshallah it will be completed soon.
BurJuman has announced the start of its 2015 Safe and Sound Breast Cancer Awareness Campaign, which will be rolled out on October the 1st. Now, in its 19th year, Safe and Sound is one of the largest and most comprehensive breast cancer campaigns here in the Middle East. According to organisers, the campaign focuses on empowering women and their families in the fight against breast cancer. Since its launch back in 1997, Safe and Sound has championed a message of survival through early detection, reaching over 25 million people and raising over 2.5 million dirhams for patient care, as well as increased awareness of the disease. A key element of this year's campaign is the introduction of the new Safe and Sound app, which will replace the traditional Safe and Sound walkathon and will be available to subscribers both in and around the UAE starting from October. Users will be able to run and walk while tracking their progress at the same time. If the total distance walked through the app reaches the 50,000-kilometre milestone in 2015, BurJuman has pledged to donate a further 100,000 dirhams to the cause.
Well, this year's campaign is for Safe and Sound is designed around an app where the participants can download the app from the App Store and use the app to record their steps. The app will also enable them to get valuable information about breast cancer awareness, and also gives them the ability to make donations through the app. Previously, I think you know, we've run the very successful walkathon, which typically has attracted about 10,000 people, which has been on one day in the month of October. What the app does for us is makes us more true to our mission, and that is getting the awareness out about breast cancer awareness. So the app will give us not only coverage through the month of October, but will give us coverage right throughout 12 months of the year, and right through the UAE and right through the GCC. So we think the app will give us a lot more coverage.
As in previous years, Unicare Medical Centre joins the campaign as a medical partner and will be running a number of activities during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, such as giving away 10,000 coupons for free checkups, as well as unlimited discounted mammograms at Unicare clinics during October. Medical experts who spoke during the press conference earlier today have said that according to recent studies, the incidence of breast cancer has risen by 20%, and women in the region are being diagnosed at a younger age than in the West. Yet very little research on the issue is done. Therefore, the campaign partners are hoping to raise funds for local breast cancer research, as well as increasing awareness of the disease and supporting women as they undergo treatment.
First of all, what I tell women is that they need to have a total body awareness. Breast is just part of our bodies, and that we need to know where all our lumps and bumps are, where our moles are, because if anything changes, then we're usually the first one to find it. On top of that, I tell women that from the age of about 20, they should just see a doctor once a year, just for general checks, and part of that will be a physical examination of the breast. When you get to the age of 40, we would add to that screening mammograms. And if you have a family history of breast cancer, then usually what I do is prepare a program for screening your breast according to the age groups of the people in the family who had breast or ovarian cancer. This is one of the issues that we have, is that breast cancer occurs much younger in this part of the world, meaning the Middle East, North Africa and Indian subcontinent, than we see in Western Europe and in Australia and in America. It's a difficult one to actually know how to screen women. Obviously, the best screening tool we have right now is mammograms, which are x-rays of the breast, but younger women have relatively dense breast tissue and x-rays don't penetrate it so well, so we don't get the information we need. So we're still working on some way of knowing how to screen very young women, meaning women in their 20s and 30s. If they've got a family history, we will go ahead and do mammograms in that age group. But for the general public, we recommend them just examining themselves and having a professional examine them once a year.
And finally, looking to other news now, the Al Montaza Amusement and Water Park over in Sharjah has announced that every Monday from mid-September, the water park will be reserved for men only. Similar to last year, where every Tuesday was reserved for ladies and children only, the new plan for Men's Day every Monday will run from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. However, women and children will still be able to access and enjoy all of the other facilities at the Al Montaza Amusement Park on Mondays. From the 14th of September onwards, the plan will also extend to staff. Men wanting to visit the water park on Mondays will be allowed to bring their sons and young daughters, with a cut-off height of 110 centimetres put in place for girls. The park's manager said that the scheduled Men's Day every Monday and Ladies' Day every Tuesday simply offers those who require a bit more privacy the chance to enjoy that same entertainment in an environment that they feel comfortable in.